Etie for me mo bibia kwaba. Endra me the story be Ebrem. Na a story of Prophet Kofi Oduro. Catcher President Akufo Addo say he's the worst president in the Fourth Republic. A lot of Ghanaians have reacted to that. Na yenko na yenhe reactions are Ghana for Edeba. So far 21 comments, okay? Let's read the reactions and see what Ghanaians are saying. Now, we every uncle at us, people in Ghana are very lenient when it comes to judging presidents. Sleeping Akufo Addo is not only the worst in Ghana's history, he's competing to be the worst in Africa as well. But surprisingly, right, I don't know, sometimes it makes you feel like it is either Ghanaians and I demanded for so much or what. Because if you go outside Ghana, the way people see President Akufo Addo, that's not how Ghanaians see him. Sometimes I am okay, oko outside Ghana, they see President Akufo Addo as one of the best presidents. In fact, there was, I think, somewhere last year, there was a list trending. List no. You see, best presidents in Africa. And I'm saying President Akufo Addo na no number 1 was said. And it was trending. The background will post the idea no nye Ghana ni na uko hear comments na said na Ghana for ka trend the background na. Enya asem ketwa. You know, I don't know. As to whether he's the worst in Africa, I don't know whether I feel say if there's one thing President Akufo Addo has done well, it is his PR work outside of Ghana. If the President Akufo Addo ban his speech there, because in Ghana, President Akufo Addo will be begging some of the ambassadors say, "Womuma Ghana yenya IMF deal. Yomumbo yenya IMF deal. Womumbo yenya sika." Boko Africa submitter. No wo catch African leaders ne say omonja asresre a wo mo sre no because omo sre a ebema sa Europeans no omumbu yen iti ya na wunhu if President Akufo Addo steps out of Ghana he takes the patriotic form, he takes the form of a patriotic all-knowing advisory role and all that, but Ghana has say yepen has say ya na enim the reality on the ground. So what you say you know, as to whether he'll be adjudged the worst in Africa, I don't know whether that will happen. Okay, so this is coming from Adiza. Or say yes, of course, he will be remembered as the worst president ever Ghana have ever had. It is not a joke. Okay, Agatha say Kofi Oduro, big ups. We need blood man like you in this country. Okay, I don't know what blood man means, but okay. Joseph Atta, I say I'm not surprised because he's the only one. I'm not surprised because he's the only one doesn't depend on any party and only bold pastor in Ghana with the truth. Okay, Adiza say yes. Nanado came in with anger to rule Ghana. That is why we are all suffering. TNC, he indirectly told his church members to vote for Nana during the 2016 elections. Kudos to him for gathering the courage to tell him the truth, although he indirectly campaigned for him. Okay. It's Kofi Oduro no indirectly no campaigning ma Akufo Addo. And that's all you say ya. I'm say there's a reason why he's doing that. And Obibeka say true. Okay, so basically, he is one of the very few Ghanaian pastors woman indirectly campaigning my President Akufo Addo and the woman who say Anko Ye woman elbow Akufo Addo. So that's quite interesting. Gordon say there is blood in the hands of the MPP government. Ebenezer Gabra say master, the economy is very, very bad, worse than what he came to meet it. He met a poor economy, straddled with energy sector debt and collapsing banks. His attempt to deal with such major structural bottlenecks was to push the two issues down the road till it merged with our rising debt and made the total debt unsustainable. He ought to have tackled the issues as indicated by the now IMF report in 2017, but he did not and did some creative accounting to enable us to go to the Eurobond market. If we get some debt forgiveness, the economy will pick up very fast, but the impact will be to the benefit of the incoming 2025 government. Nana should have gone to the IMF in late 2021. Going now in 2023 is a major strategic political disaster for him. Mortals make mistakes, even to the grave. It will be trade more. Waka Akufo Addo the obabeto ye the nanke was a ye awanye. And you see the interesting thing is that since 2021 and civil society organizations and then the NDC told President Akufo Addo say he should go to IMF, but he didn't listen. Okay, now Sarah Yeboah also just concentrate on Reverend Kofi Odoro's story and forget about Owusu Bempah. Melody, you know things will get worse than before. So these fools still blame Mahama for their doom. So Sarah Yeboah, I say the truth must be told. Say Nana Addo simply came to destroy, break the eight and more. Say Nana enso eba besreye. Syrian Kwa and George enso edi nemu say I told you MPPs equal to Nkwasi Afo Peaceful Party. Umofia Cartoons Concert Cathedral. George you to say wa copy something we out to baby. Na edu say on comment here na wa ba betro comment na say justice I say return should never be followed with back. Just like I said, okay, return should never be followed with back. Now I say Osofo, you envy the prowess of this president. Sorry. Okay, so this is coming from Cosmos Asiedu. Emmanuel say, as a so-called man of God, you are dreaming for saying that's loose talk, and God is watching you. So be catch Kofi Oduro say say or Sunday na Nyankopon so hwe ne pan sa ade na wo kan fa President Akufo Addo ho no and same fata say was say work. That's what someone is also saying. So that's what is going on. That's what is going on. So to another top story for today, Daniel Domelevo case no, okay. Mr. Daniel Domelevo the case no. So let's read and see what Ghanaians said about it. As a Melodies, most of the judges in the Supreme Court were looking forward to being appointed as Chief Justice, but they were disappointed. Akufo Addo chose someone who was recently appointed to the Supreme Court. If it were you, would you be happy bidding for Akufo Addo's orders? How come Tokono becomes the Chief Justice within few years of service in the Supreme Court, while people have been there so many years? Domelevo will be reinstated, and all his entitlements will be paid. If his pension time is due, he will be put on a pension scheme. He's a civil servant and not a politician. Akufo Addo can't unconstitutionally dismiss a civil servant who served the nation for so many years. Never. Okay. Yakubu Mohammed. Just that Yakubu, no, it's not spelled the way I know Yakubu, the spelling for Yakubu, okay? I see, anytime a president goes against the constitution, he's supposed to be impeached. And say, if the Supreme Court were to be fair, we would have seen many cases going against the government. This court verdict is what we call Krokro de John. It's just to flash on our face to show us they are now acting fair, but we are not damp. Okay? Sarah Yeboah as a Melody, you better watch Kevin Taylor. You can learn a lot from him because he doesn't say anything that is not true. And also, all the scandals he has brought out, no one has ever disputed them. He is the real journalist Ghana has ever had. Say story no me can say utie Kevin Taylor. I don't understand why Kevin Taylor said your can be an bim because na focus will try and try nyama. So why is it that your can be an bim? And I'm hearing say he predicted Domelevo case we it will be case was metie no. And a bright be can say may God stand for you for your stand. God will stand for you. Okay. Carter say these Supreme Court criminals would all lose their jobs whether MPP wins or loses. They are not serious about their own credibility. Child say, we've seen something like that before. When the IGP came, it started like today, and now he's the president's bodyguard. Rudolph Danso, I say, yes, they are just saying nothing would be done. Yakubu say, in the case of the Asin North MP, in my view, the Ghanaian judges are taking the citizens as fools based on their stupid contempt narrative, because in the first instance, before the election, persons in that constitution raised red flag and called the attention of the EC. The guy presented his document to the EC. He claimed by the same EC to go and compete. After winning, he was sworn in as MP for the area he participated in the voting to elect the speaker. And 2 years down the line, Parliament is asked to expunge his name in their record, and hence he shouldn't carry himself as an MP of the area. Meanwhile, the head of the EC, who caused this serious blunder, is still at post. What a serious country. So now, who is going to bear the cost of the by-election? Secondly, what is the stand of the speaker now? Finally, this dual citizenship of a thing must be looked at very critically. I live in the US. There is no way I will renounce my citizenship, and come to my country of birth in the name of coming to serve her and be meted with this humiliation. You have no idea all the benefit this guy left behind to come down to the country of his birth to find himself in this mess. To me, all the judges who sat on the case are very insane, and no any civilized country will enact this obnoxious thing as a law. Boris Johnson was born in US by British parents and was a dual citizen as an MP and later became the Prime Minister. I learned the other time another Ghanaian was thrown in jail and he finally died in there on the same issue, regardless of the party. Regardless of the party a person wants to serve, he or she shouldn't face this humiliation for the simple fact that they are holding a foreign document. This is coming from Yakubu spellings Nibino. Anyway, I understand your point and I get it clearly. George, essay. The president might appeal the decision to save face and drag it out till the election. Okay. Odofo pa baby. I say, hello Melodies, I salute you. When you and your friends are going to compose a song for Akufo Addo, like the same way you and your friends did to JDM. Hey, I said we Munjai. I said we. If I make a name now for you, young Etia Mahama. Any Debia Yaba Melodies, that man also very on you met Akufo Addo. Hey, Mate, what do Mate? Right, Mate, me try na my composing you mama Akufo Addo. Why? Because when I say we Hiamopa. Who comment no Melodies. When are you going to compose a song for Akufo Addo? When are you going to compose like the way you did against Mahama? When are you go? Hey, but why? Simplicity say, Massa, if Ghanaians didn't get Kevin Taylor, like we are dead, we should handle Kevin and pray for him very well. Ghana journalists there bogus all over. Yahaya Suleiman also the president act unconstitutional. He should go to jail. Emily Apia was say if the president acted unconstitutionally, then the president should be impeached. Nyame Ko was a Melody. Sometimes you have to think a little, bro. This is not surprising to me. Ask yourself why they are coming up with this ruling now. If they give an opposite ruling, it will affect their jobs too. They will not be safe as a government. As a government can fire them the same way they did to Dom Level. The same laws that's protecting Dom Level, the same law protecting the Nyameko Mambo dini afacheme. But what you are saying makes sense. It really makes sense. Not just say send your president Akufo Addo pame Dom Level no. Say Supreme Court judges no ko rule say the Akufo Addo ye no eye papa. Ebia in the future no president being so bad or no so be Supreme Court judges no na wa pame omo. Na wa cited Dom Level dia na tre say Akufo Addo the Dom Level ma mo Supreme Court mo rule say papa. Nti yen so ye de ye mo Supreme Court judges. Nti eno nti na Supreme Court for judges na Emma ruling we. I'm not saying it is right. Maybe I'm pass him, but this is what someone is saying, and it is interesting. You know, say Jiggy Beckham say good points. Wow. Brighter baby, so Melody, listen to Kevin. You said you don't listen to Kevin. Brighter baby, on someone walk and no. I say NPP is the photocopy of all the mistakes of all previous governments combined. They will always make reference to any of the mistakes from Nkrumah's regime to Mahama's regime for a cover-up. Jokers. Okay, the truth must be told. Say, Sika MPDD judges in Kwan. Okay, use as a Melodies. You are lying. You always listen to Kevin Taylor and the next day you speak on his exposes as if you're exposed. We know how you play your cards. Hey, I was say, yeah, na mitie Kevin Taylor until the next day mitie Kevin Taylor, yeah. And some more can the exposes no na me ma ba beka. I said, yeah. Na me ma ba and assembly a Kevin Taylor beka no. Me ba beka. I said, yeah. Mintie Kevin Taylor and be ya na mitie no. Iti indirectly the person to say be and someone Kevin Taylor cano. I mean, I'm not saying say Anyway, that's your thought. I understand you. You see, the reason why I'm saying this, I say, on the Kevin Taylor broadcast, no, oh yes, I was in, said 3 hours, 4 hours. Say me take Kevin Taylor, and I'm telling you the truth today. Say me take Kevin Taylor on. I say, Ebia, me wa na me who say Kevin Taylor or stream me, Ebia me notification, na call. But I don't even spend as much as even 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Like me sometimes Ebia me kono na or kasa about issue be na or can. Say me what timer, of course, but me need timer. But I don't seriously, I don't listen to Kevin Taylor like the way maybe a lot of people expect me to. Okay, that's the truth. I mean, even God knows that's the truth. But oh dear, they work on the matter. Naturally say Kevin Taylor, who say, assembly Kevin Taylor be can expose be obey no. Me kwa kotie na me so aba be the same thing as if say e me amadwen na me dey can. That's what you are saying, right? Okay, that's interesting. Stephen Buedi say it is a Jakweku share 3 you range to you. Take 2. I take 1 and give me 1. Okay. 3 orange. James orange no person can. Gordon in team. I say hi, you hypocrite. Why have you kept quiet on Mahama case for stealing our money? Also, what about the railway line thieves? You Melodies, Kevin Taylor, Captain Stomach and Mahama are the same. Oh, Gordon in team. Inti railway your boy home chrono me better na ha kan ho asem wante. Oh, I asem. Anyway, Montreal, what your comment box in me that's it.